Thank you for being a JA BizTown volunteer and welcome to online volunteer training. We appreciate you taking the time to view this presentation today. Volunteers are essential to JA BizTown, and without you, we wouldn't be able to run this program. We, as well as the students, really appreciate you. This presentation will provide you with general information about the day in JA BizTown. Essentially, you will be mentoring students as they work through a simulation. There are so many lessons about life to be learned through this experience. We will also discuss your role in the flow of the day. Our goal is for you to feel comfortable in your role as a JA BizTown volunteer. JA World Yakima opened in 2011. We have two Kapstone programs on site, which are a combination of students in-class learning. JA Finance Park, designed for middle and high school students, and JA BizTown, our elementary program, where your students will be attending. At JA Finance Park, students will receive a new life scenario and create a savings plan, budget, shop, and make payments to support that new life scenario. JA BizTown provides students with a fully interactive visit in a simulated town where the students are citizens, workers, and consumers. Each year at JA BizTown Yakima, thanks to our generous sponsors, thousands of students in grades 4 through 6 are provided with the opportunity to run banks, manage restaurants, use debit cards, and even vote. The in-class curriculum teaches basic and life skills. Your student has been preparing intensively in class for about 4 weeks, 45 minutes a day. They are learning what it means to be an economy and consumer. After learning this in class, they will become the economy and consumer at JA BizTown. Before we discuss the flow of the day, let's take a quick tour of the businesses in JA BizTown. This tour will familiarize you with what students do while working and on breaks. Solarity Credit Union is sponsored by Solarity Credit Union and is a very busy business. At Solarity Credit Union, citizens will deposit their first paycheck into their checking accounts. Each business will also apply for a business loan. During startup time, one student from each business, as outlined in their job description folder, will take their business loan application, promissory note, and direct deposit form to Solarity Credit Union. Each citizen will line up outside of Solarity Credit Union during their first break. A teacher or JA staff member will check their work outside the bank before they approach a teller. Their second paycheck is processed through direct deposit. Kapstone Container Supply is sponsored by the Kapstone Container Company. Students will purchase their needed supplies from Kapstone Containers. Mail operation is also managed here. Students may also purchase portable banks during their shopping breaks. Central Washington University, CWU, is sponsored by CWU. CWU promotes extended education within BizTown and sells various retail items. Yakima Herald Republic is sponsored by Yakima Herald Republic. Here, students will publish a daily newspaper with business advertisements, student editorials, and student photos. The newspapers will be sold for 25 cents JA BizTown money. The employees in City Hall oversee voting, taxes, and town meetings. The mayor leads opening and closing town meetings and performs other civic duties. The IRS agent collects payroll and property taxes from businesses. A nonprofit director promotes philanthropy efforts in BizTown and is in charge of donations. The art curator and art director will organize and set up an art show. Yakima Valley Farm Worker Dental is sponsored by YVFW. Each business pays for dental insurance for its employees. Citizens may visit YVFW on their breaks and participate in mock dental exams. AB Foods is sponsored by AB Washington Beef and is a manufacturing company. Citizens in AB Foods will produce and sell a product. Alliant Communications is sponsored by Alliant Communications. Phone service in JA BizTown is provided and managed by Alliant Communications. Professional Office, sponsored by Moss Adams, provides legal services in JA BizTown. The Mariners Team Store, sponsored by the Seattle Mariners, is a retail store that sells Mariners team merchandise. The Mariners Team Store accepts debit only. McDonald's is sponsored by McDonald's and serves as BizTown's restaurant. Citizens may purchase snacks and water from McDonald's with BizTown cash only. All food and drink must be consumed in the restaurant area. There is no food or drink allowed in JA BizTown businesses. Treetop is sponsored by Treetop and sells various merchandise. Treetop accepts checks only. Pacific Power is sponsored by Pacific Power and located inside City Hall. Pacific Power provides electric service to all JA BizTown businesses and promotes recycling and use of green energy. Reporters in the TV station conduct a live broadcast consisting of interviews and business advertising. Advanced Digital Imaging sells photo ID cards with citizens' pictures, names, business name, and job title. Advanced Digital Imaging accepts checks only. The Water Department is sponsored by Nob Hill Water Association. Each JA business will be billed for water usage. Employees of this business will also promote water conservation. Regional Health is sponsored by Regional Health Group. Each business pays for health care for its employees. Citizens may visit Regional Health on their breaks to take part in a health assessment and receive a free gift. Yakima Health Club is sponsored by Yakima Athletic Club, YAC Fitness, and promotes health and fitness. YAC Fitness provides members with membership benefits and is also a retail store. BizTown Realty is sponsored by BNI. BNI rents storefront space to businesses and completes property appraisals. Apple Pack sells quality apples and offers STEM jobs within JA BizTown. Let's look at a typical day in JA BizTown and discuss your role and responsibilities in each part. You will find a sample daily schedule on pages 2 through 4 of your volunteer training guide. A full day simulation lasts 4.5 hours, which means the volunteer commitment is a little over 5 hours. If transportation issues arise or a school can only stay for 3.5 to 4 hours, the JA staff will modify the schedule as needed for the day. When citizens arrive, they will sit in our meeting area. An orientation will take place and students will be given initial instructions to get their day off to a good start. We also encourage volunteers to observe and listen during this orientation. After the orientation, the citizens will be dismissed to their businesses. The CEO and CFO will be sent to their businesses a little bit earlier than other workers. Once all employees arrive, please lead staff meeting number 1. This meeting is scripted and in your volunteer manual. Please have students be seated around you on the floor for this meeting. If you allow employees to sit at their desk, they will not pay attention to you. Employees will receive a neck wallet that lists the business name and job title. The neck wallet will be green, red, or yellow. The color indicates their break group. Breaks will be announced by JA staff members. Give each employee his or her neck wallet according to their job title. Explain to students that neck wallets must be visible at all times. The neck wallet can also hold their checkbook and debit cards. If there are multiple positions for a single job, such as sales associate, they must know whether they are sales associate 1, 2, etc. This information can be found on the business cost sheet located in the BizPrep envelope. The CEO should have the BizPrep envelope. After the CFO receives his or her neck wallet, give them the business cost sheet and send them to their desk to begin reading their employee manual. The business cost sheet is located in the BizPrep packet. The CFO should immediately begin processing payroll on the computer. Follow the instructions in the CFO's employee manual. All other employees will remain in staff meeting number 1. You will now begin checking employees' checkbooks to ensure they have completed all necessary information. Each employee should have completed a deposit ticket at school. A payroll check amount should have been entered. This is the net amount and is lower than the actual salary because taxes have been deducted. There are 3 salary amounts in JA BizTown. The CEO makes $8.82. The CFO makes $8.33, and all other employees make $7.84. All amounts entered on the deposit ticket should be net pay amounts. If you notice the students have written even numbers on their deposit slips, that is an indication net amounts have not been recorded. Students can receive up to $2 cash back. This cash back amount is optional, and students can choose to receive less than $2 cash back. Tell students to tear out the deposit ticket before coming to the bank, if they haven't already done so. Please don't worry if you do not remember this information. We will explain this during our morning orientation. The volunteer guide in each business will also have step-by-step instructions for you to follow. Next, make sure students have written a check to First Tech Federal Credit Union for $1.50. This check will be used to open their savings account. Citizens will take this check to First Tech after they visit BECU. Next, let's look at the checkbook register. Again, these should have been completed at school. As you can see in the example, the student begins with a balance of 0. Deposit 1, $6.82, which is the amount the student has deposited in the bank after cash back amount, is placed under the credit column. Then a plus $6.82 is placed in the balance column. The new balance after the transaction is placed in the gray line. Next, the check to First Tech should be entered. The $1.50 amount should be placed under the payment debit column and a corresponding minus $1.50 placed under the balance column. The next gray line should show the new balance of $5.32, which is $6.82 minus $1.50. Once your staff meeting is finished, please have each student begin reading their job descriptions. Each employee has a job description folder in their business. This is the employee's work guide for the day. Please make sure each worker reads the proper employee manual. Their job is set up for them step by step. Employees should have this manual open and refer to it often throughout the day. After you have dismissed everyone to read their job descriptions, please be sure to check in with your CFO to make sure he or she is on task. You will want to do this often throughout the day as the CFO has many responsibilities. The CFO manual has very detailed information on how to use the computer program. As mentioned before, your CFO will use the business cost sheet for all payroll and operating costs. The CFO will check off checks that have been printed as he or she goes along. Please encourage them to stay organized. Make sure the CFO is reviewing their loan and how they are progressing with paying it off. After the CFO has printed paychecks and the CEO has signed them, they are distributed to employees. Please remind the CEO and CFO to cut the checks. Remind employees to endorse the paycheck before going to the bank. Also, make sure they tear out the deposit ticket and check to First Tech. If employees haven't endorsed their paycheck or torn these items out of their checkbooks before going to stand in line at the bank, they must step out of the bank line, gather these items, and then go to the end of the line. No one should leave their business before the national anthem is played unless their job description gives them specific instructions to do so. If you are in a retail store, please go over pricing activity with students. Use the information you learned in the retail training given by the JA staff member. Also, CEOs in all businesses will have opening or closing town speeches. Please make sure CEOs who have opening town speeches are ready to present. The speech has been written for them and is in fill-in-the-blank format. You will just need to review it with them. After the business startup time, JA staff members will make sure that all businesses are ready to open. Then an announcement will be made by the mayor calling all students out to the meeting area for the opening town meeting. During this meeting, the mayor will be sworn in and CEOs will give speeches discussing the goods or services their businesses will provide for the community. After the opening town meeting, the first work break rotation will begin. Each worker will receive a 20-minute break. Workers should go to BECU and deposit their payroll checks on this break. After going to BECU, workers should head over to First Tech to deposit their savings checks. After both deposits have been completed, students can visit the BizTown restaurant or any other business. All food purchased must be eaten in designated eating areas and must be consumed during the allotted break time. No food or drinks are allowed in any of the businesses other than the JA restaurant. After the first work break rotations, students will return to their businesses with their checkbooks and volunteers will lead staff meeting number 2. This meeting has also been scripted for you. Their second paycheck will be direct deposited. You will have students enter their net deposit in their register and write a check to get cash back if needed. When staff meeting number 2 is over, the second work break rotation will begin. Workers will go to lunch on this break. You should go to lunch as well. Please have lunch with your child. Citizens will not spend all of their time eating lunch. This is also the last chance for students to spend money. During this second work break rotation, a JA staff member will give you a cleanup checklist. Please follow the checklist during business cleanup time. After the second break rotation, BizTown will close and all students will return to their businesses for business cleanup and the final staff meeting. Please make sure all uniforms, neck wallets, employee manuals, JA BizTown cash, and any other items belonging to BizTown stay in BizTown. The closing staff meeting is a fun meeting where students get to reflect on their experiences. This meeting is in the volunteer manual and is also an ask and say format. The closing town meeting is similar to the opening town meeting and also led by the mayor. Students will bring all personal belongings to the meeting area. CEOs who did not have speeches during the opening town meeting will present during the closing town meeting. Your role as a volunteer will be to provide student guidance to the employees in your assigned business. The morning of your visit, you are requested to arrive 45 minutes before your school. This will give you an opportunity to participate in a brief recap of your training, read your volunteer manual, and ask questions you may have. Teachers should contact you with the student arrival time. When you arrive, you will sign in the front lobby and receive a name tag and your business assignment. Businesses will be assigned in order of priority. And as mentioned earlier, you will not be assigned to the same business as your student. Although we ask that you do not work in the same business where your child is working, we do encourage you to take breaks and lunch with your child. You will also put on one of our fashionable volunteer aprons. Then you will be directed to your assigned business by one of our JA staff members. Once you get to your business, please immediately begin reading your volunteer manual. This manual will completely guide you through your simulation so you don't have to memorize or prepare anything in advance. As a volunteer, please keep citizens on task by directing them to their employee manuals. Please remember to be prepared and be flexible. The students are very excited to visit JA BizTown. We hope you are ready to have fun. They have been working really hard for weeks to get ready for this visit. At times, the day will feel like organized chaos. Although all the details may appear to be overwhelming, everything is arranged to make the best day possible for the students. Remember, a JA staff member is always ready to help you. While the goal is for every business to pay back their business loan, the business may not do so, and that is okay. Please stay calm, encourage the students, and enjoy your day. The BizTown experience is very active and engaging, and therefore we do not see a lot of discipline issues. However, if at any point you experience a problem with a student, please notify a teacher or JA staff member. Please bring a sack lunch the day of your visit, as there will not be time to go out for lunch. Please make sure you wear your name tag at all times. Please turn off your cell phones. Any time that you check your phone or tablet is time away from students. This is the only time students will have to participate at JA BizTown, and we are sure you want this to be a rewarding experience for them. You are a vital part in making that happen. If you must take a personal call, please step into the front lobby area. Please remember, some students do not have permission by their parents or guardians to be photographed. Check to see if a student is wearing a neon bracelet. We have provided a link under this presentation with examples of the volunteer manual and BizPrep packets. Remember, this is just an example. The morning of your visit, the volunteer manual will be in your business, and each manual is business specific. We have provided a link under this presentation with examples of the volunteer manual and BizPrep packets. Remember, this is just an example. The morning of your visit, the volunteer manual will be in your business, and each manual is business specific. Please consider making a monetary donation in conjunction with your volunteer hours to help offset the cost for students and schools who may otherwise miss out. Your financial support will allow Junior Achievement to provide a host of learning opportunities for more students. Again, thank you for serving as a volunteer and taking the time to complete this online training. Also, we would like to give a special thanks to Junior Achievement St. Louis for their invaluable input and resources. Thank you.